Hello, this is Mr. Chabry92 bringing you another narrated Pokemon battle. So this is the June International, which goes under VGC rules, and as you can see on the left is the Pokemon that I've brought for this competition. I've brought Talonflame, Kyogre, Rayquaza, Kangaskhan, Ferrothorn, and Landorus Therian. And as you see on the right side of the screen is the team preview of my opponent. So he's got a Xerneas, Feraligatr, Hydreigon, Yveltal, Lucario, and his own Ferrothorn. So I see that Xerneas, and I know Xerneases usually bring Geomancy, and the best thing to handle a Geomancy Xerneas is a Steel type with Gyro Ball. So I'm going to lead off with my Ferrothorn to take care of that threat, and I'm also going to lead off with my Kangaskhan, because Kangaskhan's a pretty good lead. And I'm also going to bring my Primal Kyogre and Talonflame, because Talonflame with Brave Bird is a pretty good priority. So now we'll begin the battle and we'll see what he brought. And the battle begins as I lead off with that Kangaskhan and Ferrothorn that I mentioned, and he leads off with his own Ferrothorn and his Feraligatr. So I see this Ferrothorn, and I know this is probably the biggest threat to my Primal Kyogre. So I need to do whatever I can to get rid of his Ferrothorn. So I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve and go for the Fake Out onto his Feraligatr, trying to keep his Feraligatr from getting a Dragon Dance. And here I'm just going to go for the Toxic on that Feraligatr to start whittling it down a little bit more without, having to directly attack it. And here he's going to surprise me by going for Stealth Rocks. Now Stealth Rocks you don't see that much in VGC, but it's a pretty interesting play. And he's going to use his leftovers, but it's still not going to do that much since he's Toxic poisoned. And here I'm just going to try to put as much damage on that Ferrothorn as I can, because I need that Ferrothorn gone before I can bring in my Kyogre, since that thing probably has Power Whip, which I've seen a lot of them have Power Whip. And unfortunately this Ferrothorn, not only does it have Iron Barbs, but it has the Rocky Helmet item. So every time Kangaskhan attacks it, it does more damage to Kangaskhan. So I think, yeah, that did more damage to Kangaskhan than it did to his own Ferrothorn. And here his Feraligatr gets off that dreaded Dragon Dance. So I'm going to have to contend with that. I'm going to go ahead and use Leech Seed on that to start getting health back if he ever tries to attack my own Ferrothorn. And here he's going to go for Toxic onto my Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan is pretty much already really low health, so that's not too good. And here he's just going to heal up with leftovers, but it's not going to do much since he's got Leech Seed and Toxic. So his health is draining faster than he's gaining it back. And here I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch to get rid of that Feraligatr, because I know that thing's going to do a lot of damage if I don't. And it goes down. So there goes his Feraligatr. And now I'm just going to go for the Gyro Ball, trying to get as much damage as I can to this Ferrothorn. And Iron Barbs hurts my poor Ferrothorn and the Rocky Helmet. And then he uses his own Gyro Ball, which is going to do barely anything to my own Ferrothorn. And my Ferrothorn has the Iron Barbs and the Rocky Helmet as well. So it's just slowly damaging each other back and forth. And my Kangaskhan still has some more left in him. And here is that dreaded Xerneas. So I'm pretty sure the Xerneas, if I don't get rid of it in this turn, it's going to do a lot of damage. So I just protect with my own Ferrothorn so I don't take any damage from whatever he wants to do to me. And I go for a return on the Xerneas. And down it goes. And he uses his own Gyro Ball. And I believe that's going to take out my Kangaskhan. Yeah, there goes my Kangaskhan. He did pretty good in this matchup. He knocked out 2. But now I have to be very careful with this Kyogre, because if he goes for a Power Whip. I'm sure this Kyogre is gone. And he also sends out his own Yveltal, so now he's got his Bacon Bird out on the field. My Kyogre is going to go ahead and Primal Revert. And with Primal Kyogre comes the rain. So now he's going to bring the Primordial Sea. So now it's time for Kyogre versus Bacon Bird. So I'm just going to go for Protect, expecting the Power Whip from his own Ferrothorn. And he uses Oblivion Wing onto my Ferrothorn. My Ferrothorn lives that. And he's going to lose some HP to a Life Orb. I'll just go for the Gyro Ball, which it doesn't do that much. And he goes for that Power Whip, which I was sure he was going to use. So I'm just going to go for Protect on my Ferrothorn to keep from taking any damage, unneeded damage. And I'll just go for the Ice Beam onto his Ferrothorn and take it out. So there goes the biggest threat to my own Primal. So now he's going to go for Oblivion Wing and finish off my poor Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn did pretty good. He was there through the whole battle and he did his job. So that's all he needed to do. So now, as he loses some more HP, this turn I go for Thunder to finish off his Yveltal. Go for big damage. And down goes his Yveltal. So that was a pretty good battle. Talonflame didn't do anything in this battle, but of course the Stealth Rocks were up, so if I were to send him in, he would have already lost half of his HP. So maybe it was a good thing I didn't have to go into Talonflame. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next battle video.